Wow, that was a good meeting. Everyone really responded. Now, if I could do that again for my meeting at 3, that would be perfect. And you know what? Feel good about the way you did that. You can do it again tomorrow in that same way. Oh, hi, everyone. That's just me, Dennis Littky, talking to myself, the founder of Big Picture Learning, the Met School, and now College Unbound. And I always talk to myself, to encourage myself, to motivate myself, to give me feedback. Now, easy for me because I live alone. But it's really a technique that athletes use, people use all the time. So I read this article in the New York Times that talked about the importance of talking to yourself. And not if you're feeling bad to go, I'm the greatest. That doesn't work. That gets people more depressed. It's the little pieces like, that was a great meeting. I'm excited what I did. Or, wow, I'm about to talk with this person. That's exciting. So take the little pieces and be able to talk to yourself about them. So you're giving yourself feedback. So much of our internal thoughts are negative. And so it's so important to out loud talk about what you've accomplished. Watch little kids. Kid comes down the slide and lands on her feet, and you'll hear her say, wow, great job. That's what we got to start doing. So as we're talking to ourselves, we had Dan Pink this week, a famous author. And Oprah even says, a book I just couldn't put down. But we had Dan come, who's a good friend, to kind of motivate everybody during these tough times. And he was doing that, but then he said this other piece that really stuck with me. That during this pandemic, it really unmasked a lot of things about our country and what's going on. And it's not that we didn't know them, but it really brought it out. Take the healthcare system. Oh my gosh, what a mess. And we're so not prepared. How do we prepare? How do we think about prevention? How do we not just think about, oh, people are sick? So we really saw that fall apart. And then all the people losing jobs and the low wages. I mean, I just looked it up. 11 states have $7.25 as their minimum wage. Are you kidding? This is 2020. And others have $8, $10. It's ridiculous. We got to do something. $1,000 check is not the answer. And then education. We know that everyone all of a sudden working at home isn't working. And a bunch of cities closed down their education because they found 30% of their people, of their students, didn't have computers at home, didn't have internet. So when Detroit comes out, my hometown, and buys all these computers this week and giving internet access, that's great, but it's short term. All these things need much bigger changes. And in colleges, they went, oh, we got to go online. Go home, student. And they went online. Okay. Now they're thinking, what do they do in the fall? So some people are starting later. Some people are shortening the courses, but that's not a long-term solution. Hopefully it's a chance to rethink what learning is. And I've seen a couple colleges that are following what College Unbound is doing. They're saying, oh, wow, maybe we could help students find a project that they really care about. And then we as faculty can mentor them, and they can help their community at the same time. So if they're at school, we can help them. If they're home, we can help them. That's what we've been doing. That's what Dan Pink says in his book. Help people. He talks about people at jobs, but talks about people in school. Give people a purpose, a why, okay? And then give them the autonomy to work. And then keep them accountable to mastery or some form of mastery. So that's what's exciting. People are coming around, and maybe this will happen more and more, that people are redefining learning and making it more real, okay? You've heard me say over and over again, a major crisis is too good to let it pass by. The Chinese, I found, have this symbol that stands for crisis and opportunity, one symbol. So they see that. So it's so important. So what's important is to start a conversation. to get things moving. I'm wearing my Nelson Mandela shirt today, where after 27 years in prison, he walked out of prison and was incredibly positive, saying, we have to take action, we have to inspire change. So after our 3 months, 6 months locked up, we got to get out, start a conversation, and make big change, not just tweak around the edges. So I leave you with, we have to just do it, but also I remade those shoes into do it just. Go for it. Peace.